Onivia, League of Legends highlights, powered by ArcaneBet.com. Bet live on esports.
Team fight potential. I think they really are strong at multiple stages of the game as well. Terrific job here, to be honest, in the draft.
And the answer is going to be Syndra in the mid lane, maybe hoping to find a little bit of an advantage there. A lot of Rogue and FBI have to be careful.
Should be aware of the timing, however. You can see. Oh,
goes in. They're going to take the bait on the fight. They want to keep it going. That's going to be the double taunt flash forward, trying to extend the play. FBI steps forward. Now we're going to try to get out with Rogue. The shield just barely keeping him alive, but he is doomed to die here. Meliodas, one more fat auto on the cadence, plus the red buff. There's going to be First Blood. Wants to get it back, though. FBI getting turned on. The CC layering is perfect. The double dropping for Fongbu.
And unfortunately for the Bombers there, they try to go for the out, overlook it. But as those punches start coming out from Galio, really does start putting in some pain.
Just very difficult to find any kind of aggressive setup. Mimic now trying to extend the play, knowing that the jungler is on the way. Meliodas is going to step forward. That's a huge damage coming in. Denies the flag and drag, but still challenging Smite going down. Mimic running for his life.
He's gone.
Meliodas just walking down another one. This man is dominating the map in the early game.
And I said it's about him getting on the map and impacting lanes. Well, he's currently 3-0-0. And Balkan hasn't even been able to get a farm lead. Now he looks for his gank.
Balkan now trying to step back. It's going to be tough to hit the Galio. Interrupts there. Play going to be back, but he's going to the triple taunt. Big Koro throwing out a lot of damage. Balkan may just give his life in the exchange. Now has to step back. Koro still hitting the front line. Pallet is going to drop. Will need to back off. But a very close exchange in the end.
And you can see that Balkan even nearly falls down in this gank. Furious against Benetine at going toe-to-toe. I mean, if you watch their regional final against EVOS, there was multiple times during those games where people were just willing to take in here from Bombers as well. Zeros potentially going to have to give up a wave.
He just steps forward to extend it. Will this be one of those situations where he just tries to outplay match mechanical skill? It feels like there's just too much CC to make it happen. Balkan now stepping forward, can look for the knockback. They're trying to buy their time. The flash out first. Zeros extending this one. The ultimate is going to come in. Free kill picked up from the Bombers, burning a lot of ultimates there, but now we may see the response from Meliodas. Moving up, he's going to see the ward. They know he's coming. Of course, have the ability to deny the entrance there with Poppy. Will not be able to stop the ultimate. Null moving forward. Are they going to go for it? Stepping in, locking one up. Mimic going to be able to step out. Meliodas needs to back off. Knocks to his own wall there. Good amount of damage coming in from Null. They're going to try to take out Balkan. They're going to look for two. Meliodas alive and well. There goes the Ezreal. Mimic has to backstep, and that's going to be all she wrote. It's going to be a slow death coming through in the end, but Mimic now doomed to fall as Null will grab the kill.
And once again, you know, the idea for the Bombers there is absolutely correct, but just the pacing of building his way back into this, of course, it's going to be Null that maintains his couple of minion waves worth of CS advantage. Bubble misses.
Ryoma playing on the edge here. So nerve-wracking when you know that Zoe has the jungle pressure advantage, because stuff like that is just going to happen. Meliodas going in, mid lane's here as well. Ryoma all but set to fall. He's going to get the Thundering Blow. Backs right out, but Zeros will get done out. Not going to have enough time. Balkan goes to the bottom side. That's going to be one kill picked up. Ezreal taken off the map, and Bombers respond with a kill of their own, as Syndra is also able to get the 1-for-1 in mid lane. Meliodas, though, coming down to the bottom side. The back coming through for Balkan. The Thresh is going to need to have a perfect lantern to stop this from coming in. Meliodas will now be spotted on the ward. FBI slowly backing off. They're feeling a little bit more confident. Galio ulti is available, though. If they get caught up here, it will be disastrous. And of course, Zoe on the way down. It's a slow set of plays. Now a beautiful hook with a double taunt coming through. FBI trying to sidestep, but it's not going to be enough. Flashes out. There's the lantern. They're going to be able to walk away. Ezreal ulti ticking, and the burn from Pallet, the follow-up. It is so incredible to watch PvB just dismantling in that play.
And it looked so good. This is a 4. I mean, you would expect Zeros on... Oh, time again.
Ryoma going to get knocked back here. A lot of damage going in. It's going to be sleepy, but trying to stop Balkan, though, just in the middle of no man's land. We'll try to walk away from this one. Just the edge of the knockup is going to hit him.
Patience at 12 minutes for Meliodas. That is such a monstrous performance. Balkan's in trouble.
No chance for him to go into his own jungle. He just doesn't have pressure anywhere on the map. They're even willing to sacrifice that farm on the top side for Zeros just to contest the jungle here, just to make sure that Balkan cannot play the game. Big Koro, though, man is constantly getting singled out. The ult is going to connect. FBI will grab another kill. FBI remains, though, at this point, the bastion of hope for this OPL lineup, because everywhere else, Meliodas is just finding kill
but
after
look
kill
again.
after kill.
Null coming downriver. Meliodas already here. Every time it looks like they're going to generate some form of pressure. See, they are pretty much ready to fight. I mean, they would love some more items onto Ryoma, I'm sure, but unfortunately, when you've just been dominated in the laning phase like this, it's not really an option.
Mimic, though, going to be caught out here between 3 members. PvP not going to extend anymore, though. Don't want to burn any of their damage on a tank. Bombers don't have the same reservations. They will start to focus down Pallet. Galio ulti available. They're just going to burn him down. PvP just backing off in that fight, knowing they don't have the man advantage, but Pallet definitely caught out there.
Well, Zeros was like, what are we doing? It's an air Drake. Free kill, not going to cost them all that much ultimately because they still will get the top side of the jungle as well as top lane turret, but, you know, bottom lane for 35 CS at this stage of the game kind of has done everything correctly here for Fongbu.
FBI gonna have to back off here. He has to step forward to take the lantern. Will manage to make it out just barely, though. FBI now firing back despite the low bar. Knows there's no cooldowns there. Has to flash back, but the Ezreal ult is gonna take him out. Now the fight's gonna get extended. Mimic looking to get it kicked off. Pal gonna flash in for the taunt. Now it's the time for Balkan to try and turn, but the stats are just too much for him. He jumps into the middle of the team and just gets bitten apart.
One by one, the bombers march in and they all die. Continuing aggression here from Fongbu. Watch Zeros on the backside.
Now trying to find the engage. Pal stepping forward, looking for the taunt. Ryoma gonna have to back off here. A lot of immediate damage. Sweeping forward in the hammer form. Just gets knocked right back out. Sleepy Thresh gonna come forward. Here's the paddle star. No. It's too much. 9K gold lead. You can hear Vietnamese fans just going off. This is exactly the start.
At only 20 minutes into the game is so impressive.
Dead? Oh, not dead. That's the answer there, Spawn.
That was a real flash as well.
Taking out Balkan, Mimic trying to find a pick here onto the Ezreal. Galio now going to come in. The action's not going to stop. PvP looking to continuously extend the lead. Beautiful use of the Unstoppable there to stop the Poppy ult from going through. Mimic now needs to run for his life. Big Coral coming in, wants to throw down a bit of damage on the backside. Meliodas can't go for it. Does he want to extend the play? Looks like they are just going to back off. Multiple members now coming topside. Now going to step forward. Going to look for the trouble bubble. That is going to be a sleepy Hecker, and they're going to be able to pick him off instantly. The hook does manage to land, but it's too little too late. Mimic just barely alive, but no, the Zoe leaps forward. Gets more sparkles, laid down, Null dominating. This is an absolute slaughter in the exchange. Yes, kills are getting traded back, but it is still so incredibly Fongbu Buffalo favored. You're not taking Baron because there's maybe some small risk of it getting stolen, and you know you don't need it to end the game. And with picks like this coming out, immediately Thresh is going to get deleted. That may open up the Baron. Big Coral going to grab the kill with the ulti there. However, this is kind of the fear of playing against a team with this kind of lead, is that getting into your own jungle and placing any kind of vision could just be a death comp.
It's just so incredibly difficult to go for. That's why I said, you know, creativity needs to come out a little bit earlier, but unfortunately, they've just been stifling.
No, it is still going to get hooked up. Now going to have a lot of chances there. Meliodas set to fall, will get taken down. Big shutdown going into the pockets of FBI. That's going to be critical, but now they have to defend the mid lane. Zeros backing off. Ryoma going to take a lot of damage in the exchange. Power shock blast as well. Ezreal ulti. Oh, God! Every time you take an inch, they take a mile. Spawn.
You just see counter pick until last pick on red side as well. Having a shocker entrance into MSI and top side of the map, which was the bomber's strength, the entirety of the OPL because of the comp. And unless this Heck Room can get in, it's going to be very difficult to steal.
Can't walk through that path there. Trouble Bubble just remains on the ground. Will now start to speed in, trying to take out the Zoe, but it's picked up the Trouble Bubble right as it falls out. Balkan just deleted instantly. Big fumble there. Now the Baron's going to go over. No chance to steal it. Thought the Sleepy Trouble Bubble was gone, but it was lingering there. The Zoe benefiting so much from Meliodas' early pathing. Null is absolutely taking over, proving he deserves to be in that discussion. Jarvan now leaping forward. That's going to be a beautiful wombo combo. Rogue in trouble, cannot save himself with the lantern. Zero's going to grab one kill. This should just be it. Pallet taking him down. Now there's going to be one more kill going over the Zoe. Ezreal leaping in, trying to shred through Mimic, with Mimic running for his life. May just buy a little bit of time. Baron recall coming in from the Jace because he can TP right back. Ooh, not quite able to land the Mystic Shot, but Spawn, this should just be it. Double cannon minions, all of Fongbu Buffalo moving forward. The Bombers 17K down in this game. Fongbu Buffalo on the road to finding their first win here. A last desperate stand as FBI steps forward, but the last tower remaining. They may just focus the champions if they want to go even harder and taking down the Bombers, but the Nexus now set to fall, and Fongbu Buffalo going to make an incredibly strong statement in their first win.
And they did it, playing very exciting League of Legends, Dracos. That's what I like about this lineup. You know, double Scuttle Crab, early ganks coming out of Meliodas, and then just heavy trading in all lanes, creating that volatility that they like, so their jungler, who is much more experienced in these situations, is able to take over the map. You can see Balkan, he kind of doesn't know what hit him.
Player, you can get so much out of the champion, but it's definitely a high burden of execution, and now we see Aurelia going to the mid lane, Hecarim going to the top. That kind of aggressive movement and maneuver does not cost a lot.
False sense of security here, Rowan in trouble.
Bugx now stepping forward, the flash in, good use of the Q flash. Ruin now trying to flash out. Hammer form available. Kire though, that's going to be a lot of damage coming up from this Leah. Bugx may have overstayed his welcome. Dark Harvest now going to proc, getting lower and lower. First blood dropping for Fenerbahce. Ruin playing that one nice and slow.
Yeah, it certainly was.
That's a serrated Dirk, 2 extra daggers. Bugx going to rush Tabby. It's going to be... Oh, get him! I take it back. More Angelus for president. He's bringing the game back.
That's actually really important because Seiya gets towards his Tiamat. Hold that thought.
Seiya gonna get locked up. Chain CC, the flash forward. Seiya trying to make it up to safety, trying to turn this play immediately. He's going to ult. Now the follow-up is here from Audi as well. Bolulu in trouble. The stun's going to come through. They're gonna turn this one beautifully. Well played by Seiya and Audi. It looked like a death sentence, but they managed to make it out.
So damn aggressive from the middle. Going to be an Infernal Dragon traded from Isurus Gaming, but I love the pressure coming out from Ruin. We said that he can play weak side. Well, he's showing right now a very good...
Rarely see players convert on it unless they are the best of the best when it comes to Jace. But in this game, Ruin definitely asserting his dominance.
Pressure bot.
He's going to come in, not going to have the chance to info buffer. The chain CC is flawless. Rocket jump not going to save him. Hades taken out once again. Isurus finding a weak point and just pressuring.
Yeah, Isurus Gaming throwing...
Wave is there to block, and War Angelus is just unconcerned. Now out of mana, though. Bugax needs to be careful. Ruin has a Youmu's. It's just going to move in. He's going to... Oh, no. Empowered Auto going to do it in the end. Ruin absolutely cleaning up in the 1v1.
Certainly is, and he's like, can I catch? I don't think even Jace falls off as bad as people make out. This is just going to be a nightmare to play if you are the Hecarim.
Oh, low on mana. Seiya taking a lot of immediate damage. Ulti is going to come in. Galliot now coming. They're trying to turn its follow-up. There's the CC comes through. Seiya going to grab the kill instantly. Nautilus a little bit too confident there. Felt very comfortable when the Aftershock was up, but the second it fell off. Kire. Bugax now needs to run. Of course, does have the ultimate available. Oh no, I don't even know. He's going to try to use it. Unstoppable. Ruin going to swarm swap here in a second. The sidestep, not enough. Ruin now on a killing spree, and this is brutal. Hecarim is not a champion that scales great.
He's going to get a further advantage off that play because Bugax felt like he had to come down and support his team. Fight bottom lane.
Stun's going to connect, but input buffer there for Blom. He is able to get it out as the taunt does come through. Japone now on the backside. Audi going to step forward. It's just barely going to land the slow. Arrow comes through. War Angelus sniping out another one. Wall coming in. Kire on the way. Audi potentially in trouble, though. Not going to find the knockback. Seismic shove will not.
It still is only 2,000 gold, and I would say majority, if not all of that, still held on Ruin. So they need to be
very careful about playing up against Ruin, about letting him get anything done on the map. For now, he will return to the top side. It looks like they are going to try to find a pick. Japone potentially caught out here. Can leap back to Kire, slow stepping forward. Knock back to the team, but the taunt will not connect. A lot of damage there onto Audi. Passive has now fallen out. If Fenerbahce want to extend the trade, and Hades definitely does. Has to be careful though. Ulti comes out from Seiya. Beautiful dodge to stop the engage, but that's the hook connecting. Varus now in a tough spot. A lot of immediate damage. Protobelt forward. Oh, just to lead, and so much damage coming in from the AP Nautilus. Audi now in trouble. They're trying to turn it back. Seiya has a lot of damage output, but not able to hit anything comfortably. Maxed ranged hook means Bolulu is going to grab yet another kill. Kire firing home. No mana left there, but will stay around just for a bit more pressure. Hades, a bit cheeky to step forward, but unconcerned. And meanwhile, on the top side, Ruin is activating a stopwatch for no reason, but doesn't really matter because he's still going to run in and just smack him in the face. Oh, it's cyberbullying, Spawn.
That is a disaster. That is a
sweat. This game.
And I feel like somehow you have to get Seiya like towards the Trinity Force and then into Ruin's lane. Not going to happen here though.
Has to back off. Can try to dash, but will dash right into the field. There's just too much damage there, despite getting the wit's end. Still,
they want to continue this fight here.
Bugax running for his life. Hades will get locked out. Good opportunity. CC goes in, just immediately taken out. Bugax going to grab a kill. Now the retreat. Randall's going to try to clear out the mid lane, but so many members of Fenerbahce coming behind them. Massive shock blast is going to hit 3. Ruin fearless as he steps forward. Slow trying to find something, but there's the knockback. Looks like they will just pick off Slow. He will be the sacrificial Galio. Taken out as the rest of his team retreats. And Fenerbahce, just now that the laning phase has been broken up, we wanted to see them convert their 2 flashy plays with a rocket jump, but outside of that, not the guy that we expect to be the big difference maker in the game thus far. Infernal Drake being picked up for this team is pretty massive.
Still think there are answers for Isurus Gaming, however. They have got themselves a very good team fight. Seiya in some trouble now.
He's going to back off, not going to knock up there. He's trying to sidestep as much. There's just too much. There's too much CC, there's too much damage spawn. Seiya does not have the flash, I believe, just a few seconds before it was off cooldown. Could not make it out of that scenario, and now Fenerbahce control of the state of the map, and just difficult game to play out. Although Bolulu may just be in trouble. Set up there, Audi going to tank the tower, now trying to find the reset. Seiya can wait on the ulti, will get the timing right this time, no enforced error. Dash out, Audi though, he's going to make it out of safety as well, so just a very clean tower dive overall, but it opens up the bottom side of the map for Ruin to exploit, and he could just look above the Isurus Gaming lineup, forcing them to kind of pull back into their own jungle for safety. Inferno will be set in the sights of Fenerbahce.
So this is a problem, right? If you don't go for that play whilst he is
200 gold bounty from the sheer amount of resources that have been pumped into him relative to the rest of the team, and you know, on the way to 3 items, a huge break point for the champion. And he went from having that strength to no longer having it. Fumble on the ulti, and now the immediate turn. Seiya gonna try to turn it back. That's the double stun. Galileo ulti coming in. A lot of damage goes down. Audio immediately deleted. That's gonna be 3 hit by the Aurelia ulti, but Seiya, it is not enough. Has to go through Pebbles. Cannot get any damage down. Hades now trying to take off. Backing off from War Angelus, giving him that better respect. But Bolu does so much immediate damage. Flash forward. The taunt still going to connect, however. War Angelus, clean movement from this fight. Can try to turn it. Kirae is going to get taken out. Oh. No, once again, just a fumble on the timing, but Slow is there to back him up. Meanwhile, Ruin is breaking the inhibitor line, but War Angelus trying to find 1, trying to find 2.
So they will be able to turn it back around slightly, but as you mentioned, damage done. Ruin takes bottom lane.
Indicator for everyone out there trying to gauge relative strength of the teams in these groups.
See another invade coming in on this red buff.
Ulti is going to connect. War Angel's now trying to find the follow-up. Kirae still incredibly swishy, just immediately deleted. Now they're going to try to continue the fight. Seiya stepping forward, Ruin flashing over the wall. They won't commit for anything else. Does not want to risk backing right now. They're not. They're doing World Fleet too.
Teleport coming in, actually. They want to fight for this one.
Wants to commit fully. Bolu on the way in. 4 members coming up top side. Seiya going to be in trouble here. Gets the reset on the dash. Can now try to make it out to safety, but it's just too much upfront damage. Seiya still alive. Hades flashing forward, though. Wants the reset. Wants to leap right back into the safety of his team, and the fight continues in the favor of Fenerbahce, but instantly Bugak's into the back line. Tries to find the disruption, and War Angelus is untouched. The bar's hitting home, but Bolulu finds the hook, connects it home, and Fenerbahce going to try to find the win. Bugak's barely not able to find it. The rampage is not there. That is the double kill for Ruin, and that is a massive fight for Fenerbahce.
And it was so close, Strakos, but without Kirae in the 4v5, they are able to pick up the 4-0. They should be able to get Baron. You know, we said how they're going to go closing this game out. They actually say, you know what, to hell with the Baron. We're just looking for the end of the game.
They've used both their TPs, but massive wave here to Slow, the only one there to clear. 21 seconds to War Angelus, 13 to Seiya. It is a timer. Can they save themselves? Can they buy more time? But no, Slow immediately taken out. The CC follow-up is just too clean from the side of Fenerbahce. They are now set to end this game, and Fenerbahce coming through, finding the win here, and shutting down Isurus in the first match of the day.
And a really impressive performance coming out of Fenerbahce, because they had a clear area of strength and a clear area of weakness. And I think apart from one time that, you know, was Hades getting caught out in the transitional play, I think that they played around that very, very nicely. They allowed Ruin to do his job, and they attacked Seiya in that side lane with Kirae's Talia.
E-stun on the Abscond Abduct is also a knock-up, and now Silas has the freedom to steal a Nautilus ult too, so extended trade to get more value, but otherwise it's going to be tough. Seiya, though, needs to back off here.
In some trouble. Might have to burn the flash, actually, Dracos.
Stun is going to come up in a second. Will get knocked out. Meliodas is here as well. Jungler now coming in. Seiya so incredibly low, but Audi is on the way in. It might be too little too late. The shield now trying to turn it back to Windmill. Not going to block anything here relevant in the matchup. Null now running Seiya, trying to turn his attention back to Meliodas. Meliodas wants to get something back. The heal now coming in. Corrupting Potion immediately. The Time Warp Tonic heals him up a bit, but still First Blood going through. Audi's going to get turned on, but no, Audi manages to make it out. The slow comes through. Null has to be careful about extending this. The red buff, the double buff's there. Misses the Q. Audi, will he keep going for the play? Conqueror is stacked, and TP now to extend trade. Wants a little bit more damage, stays after the aftershocks. The Bugax gets a bit of damage back, but already forced to burn all the corrupting potions immediately. Bot lane, the big Coral trying to go for a little bit more. War Angelus just deleted Slow. Next on the list, the Unbreakable, just a too little too late to save the 80 carry. Massive early game performance from Bot. That multi-man taunt is just insane.
And this is the thing about Ezreal lanes, right, is they are safe enough as junglers once again me.
Now Audi going to go for the engage onto Meliodas. Meliodas with red buff already taking so much. They end up trying to move in. He's trying to find his way out. Hook will connect. A kill now instantly picked up there. Meliodas a little overconfident in that exchange. For himself, doesn't going to amount to much. Just there's nothing to steal from the Rise. Once Jarvan shows though, can get something back with the hijack. It's going to be difficult to kill Zeros in the exchange. They do not have a source of damage to reduce the healing. But now they're going to go for the all-in. Meliodas on the way up. Level 5 coming in for the Gragas. Trying to find the Realm Warp. Is the Cataclysm going to come out waiting? Just waits for the lineup. Gets both. Oh, the double drops. It could not be more picture perfect. Just stand in the Realm Warp and line it up for him. 2v1, it doesn't feel that favored. With the Kingslayer healing so much in extended exchanges with no grievous wounds, it will be difficult. But now Audi can try to get something from Meliodas. Just the cast going to be used as he tries to extend this one. Meliodas still playing so aggressively despite dying in the 1v1 versus Audi earlier. Knows he has the XP advantage. Zeros, he's going to try to make it out. Abscond, Abduct, Meliodas going over the wall. The guaranteed knockup is there. Audi going to grab another kill, and just generally a much scrappier game than we saw from PvP in Game 1.
Yeah, it certainly is. And you can see that kind of the same pace of game is being... Hold that thought. Maybe a dive coming in bottom lane as well. Null's down here.
He also had no way to stack the Q, though. Is going to put him in a bit of a difficult position.
They do have Justice Punch.
That is going to be the knockup there. only way to set up the ult currently. So if that one connects, it will be huge. Taunt does connect. It is going to be the knock immediately. The follow-up when walks to come out and block any damage, but isn't really even needed as they manage to grab the double here. Beautifully played pallet, escaping with just a sliver of life.
Rotation is coming out. Odi as well as Seiya want to continue this play. They need to be able to hit back.
Cataclysm not available. The flashes, though, flag, drag, flash could secure both of these kills, but they're splitting. They know they can't afford to take both, so both players are pairing off to the respective opponents. Null will be the turn and the focus. Creep wave there, not going to be enough. Trying to dash to safety, just buying a bit of time. Double knockup, not going to be enough. That's going to be the Dragon Strike finding the kill.
And you can see that Odi's starting to really scale up into this game. 3-1-1 will go towards the Warrior. That trade a little bit.
Now, however, for the team, they are grouping up for the big fight. We're not even going to get a break. Replay into the next immediate fight. Meliodas really trying to come over the wall with the flash and steal. Null now on the way in. Graga's cast could be massive for this team. If Viscer's Gaming stand together,
keep the leash.
Very quickly could be turned. War Angelus still alive. Cast does land on one. Immediately the follow-up is going to be there. Galio ult as well. Seiya just going to get deleted. Major source of damage now taken out of the fight. The retreat comes in. PvB grab the dragon.
And look at where Zeros is playing. He's rotated all the way down, and he's on the blue bar.
Adi, you are in no man's land. Dashing forward, the stun connects, and Adi smites for health, but it is not enough. The golem resets. It is injury, or insult to injury.
And Time was moments away from having that ult back up and available, but because they've already rotated Zeros down, just such a clean play coming out of PvP. And he's still not going top. He's
Rinse
bottom.
Repeat. Zeros can definitely take this one up. They're going to try to get Pallet to tank it right off the bat. War Angelus now running, trying to find his matchup against Vicoro. Not going to be there, though. Taking the kill is Pallet, and two more stack up for PvB.
And, you know, we talk about walkabouts. Well, Zeros hasn't been seen in... But when they unlock him into a side lane, I think they will start rectifying that. The important thing here... Oh, they go for it.
Oh, cast knocked back. Pallet's there for the follow-up, and... You also might get into that side lane a little sooner than we think, as PvP are now putting resources into Null.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I thought they were going to pressure point. He's going to stop this. They still can go for the play previously mentioned. But as you mentioned, instead, they throw Null a bone and pick up another kill for the jungler, but a couple of turret plates in the mid lane. Going over to the mid laner of PvP. Meliodas now top.
Continuing the dive trend. Stun will not connect. Zero's going to move and tank the first tower shot. They'll wait for the creep wave to reset. Will they continue the dive, though? Willing to try one more time. Scondiv Duck should be up in a couple of seconds. They are completely unconcerned about this rise. They move forward. Bugak splashes out, but flashes right in to Pallet's knockup. Zeros is going to grab the kill, and Adi going right in the middle of the team. But it is absolute disaster for Isserus Game. Bottom side will use this opportunity to grab a Mountain Drake completely uncontested.
You know, they take bottom lane turret. They're able to get the teleport out of Seiya in the mid lane, and they will get the dragon. And all they burn for it is a flash and a little bit of Zeros' time. PvP showing their dominance. They're actually going to teleport back and try and keep this top lane turret alive. There are 3 members here. He should die.
Not all self is there. Adi is here as well. Zeros is going to step forward. He's going to grab one. He's going to look to grab another one. That's 2. Zeros, I cannot believe it. Throw the Cataclysm in. Adi will grab it back. But that was an incredible turn. An unnecessary play. But
He stays at the turret. Certainly should fall this time.
All right, he has Abscond and Ducked.
No ultimate.
There's an Ignite here as well, which will stop the healing. They're using it early just to make sure he can't get anything back. He should go down here. Slow going to find the knockup on the ulti. They will be able to grab him nice and clean. 4 members committed. They will lose a tower for it, but they do grab the shutdown.
Yeah, now potentially, however, going to the double Infernal Drake 7-2 Silas as soon as they want to turn their attention towards the Baron PvP. It just becomes so hard, you know.
Deleted by all the damage threats on the side of PvP.
Yeah, and you need to be able to force the fights as well, and see it's just not that tanky. You can see a full AD Jarvan coming out as well, so just even, not compositionally, but item choice-wise, it becomes harder.
Okay, stepping forward, seeing a lot more confident there, but the Kingslayer comes in, starts to shift the trades. Zeros now running. Is he going to flash over the wall? Has to take a big risk here. Moving down, a bigger fight is now breaking out as you see the top side now trading, but a flash back. The Yasuo immediately going in. The Galio follow-up is there. It is a clean combo to catch out the support, and they'll try to continue to extend the play. Null moving forward. One more stack will do it. The stun comes through for Slow. Stay on the top side. Does manage to hook his way out. Proto belt to safety, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They're chasing him down now. Slow just now getting him eliminated. Seiya as well.
And finally, it looks like they've been able to shut down the side. Isserus Gaming are going to start off playing at the O2.
Bugax is moving down as well. Vision is in the pit for them. They're both pulling forward. They've gotten more access to the pit than initially expected on the opposite side. The Hex flashed over the wall. Where are they going to go? Adi backing off. Bugax immediately deleted. The Jarvan is alive, but Big Koro just cuts him down. No chance. War Angelus a little late on the ulti there and denied in the end by the wind wall.
And it is just all looks like a catch out here. Palace has to burn the flash. Hold that thought.
Well, if Zero Saber gets on top of you, you die. The Magi is gaining its value back once again. And ultimately, what we're going to talk about is it felt like
teleport and you don't have teleport. If you stop him from teleporting, you feel like you've done your job. You feel like the other area of the map should be able to kind of stymie some of the bleeding. They want Bugaks here. They're in behind him as well.
backing off. Bugak still taking a lot of...
And he was there, then he wasn't.
Kingslayer. Execution damage. Doesn't even get a chance to activate the Archangels there, or the Seraphs rather. I was caught off guard, Spawn. I forgot that Silas was that fed after the 1v1 previously, but now you can see what a massive lead it is, and it is a 12k gold lead. They have a Baron buff. They have the Mountain Drake, the double Infernal, and it is the last dance, it feels like, for Isurus Gaming. Now Seiya stepping forward, will hook up the Galio, not the target that he wanted. The strategy. Oh man, the Galio on the front line, but the also in the back of everything is just going to get shut down here. Braum will find that gold. They're now on the retreat from Isurus, but too many members are left standing. Big Koro stepping forward, isn't going to continue on the Coaling. War Angels now on the back foot. Zero stepping forward. Proto Belt in, is going to get the kill as well. And the PvP are taking everything in this exchange, Spawn. Hex Flash, just for a bit of BM. They are truly feeling themselves, styling for the hometown crowd, giving them a show here as they absolutely dominate. 14k gold lead as they look to close this game out.
Game one, it was a swag stopwatch. This time around, it's a swag ulties into the fountain. They look to close this one out in style.
Minions from behind, PvP moving up to potential favorites in this group with a 2-0 start.
The Buffaloes are terrifying. There is no scarier animal in this group right now, and there's a couple of them running around. But the Sharks just weren't any match for them on land, unfortunately. It's funny how big knock-up. Kaiser for the team fight. That is a gauntlet thrown.
Mimic, except first 3 games, let's be honest, pretty breakneck speed, Spawn. And now we have a little bit more time. However, Kirei, they look to change that. Multiple autos now going to get laid down. FBI potentially in trouble now. Sidestepping, looking to commit to the kill on Tony. First blood now coming out. It's going to be 2 taken over. Hades grabbing the cash out. Bolulu on the way in. FBI desperate to get something back, but that's going to be it. The soldier steps forward. Now Taliyah looking to make a response. Hades needs to retreat. The flash forward. The ignite. Ryoma moving forward into the team. The knockback. Pushes his ear into the tower. Ryoma looking for the outplay of his life. Bolulu, can he do it? The double drops, and he's just barely not able to grab it. Beautiful play from Fenerbahce.
Yeah, it certainly is. 2 kills over to the ears. We think potentially if we get an ult past the Braum, we can get something done here. We've now finally got a BF sword. We have a meaningful item, but not going to happen.
Hard read on play there. Balkan immediately has to leap forward. Galio now coming in though with Roby's level 6. Kirei be forced to use the ultimate. Now backing off. Can they turn the fight? The chain CC is there. Kirei just barely alive for now, but they managed to find 2 in an instant. Ruin TPing in for the play, making those kills count.
Now you see FBI not able to make it there. It's going to be Ryoma ulting out, but top lane turret will fall. Going to be able to respond with his own. It's on cooldown, so just much better idea about what the game state is at right now. And Ryoma, if not for a pretty creative use of that ult, would have also fallen down. Sure, they get the top lane turret. That was a prayer. That was a desperate gank. You're teleporting in. Now all of a sudden, mid lane turret comes under fire.
Ryoma trying to sidestep. Kirei in trouble though. Overstays his welcome, and Ryoma now on the retreat. Bolulu moving forward. Balkan now using that ultimate, trying to lock up Bolulu. Rogue stepping in, wants to land the CC, but so much damage coming in for Bolulu. They are still going to be able to take him down, giving the shutdown over to FBI, but trading back as the Whirling Death comes in to find another kill.
And you can see they're just chasing them across the map. Now they're pinging top lane. Seems to be impacting the Bombers for a little bit more for whatever reason.
Balkan now moving in. They're immediately going to leap right onto him. He's going to go try to find the stun onto Kirei. The ultimate is now coming out, retreating back to the Galio knockup. Trapone is going to be the sacrificial lamb, but no, Kirei is going to deny that kill. Mimic now next on the menu. They're threatening with the taunt, but it's not going to connect. Mimic leaps in for 1. Gets the healing on another one. Now trying to back off as Kirei's trying to get out. Bolulu moves in. Double kill drops for the Draven. Ryoma needs to save the day in an instant, but no, Bolulu has already found another kill, and Ryoma is in no man's land because Ruin just showed up, and it is time to die. Ace comes out for Fenerbahce. A clean fight.
And time again, Fenerbahce are there first. But the problem is they really are forcing kind of the areas of the map which are going to be the battle zone. You know, they're setting up their ward line better. They have more control. They're there first, FBI and Rogue. So
we have the power to change the world, is what you're telling me.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I just said.
We also criticized Balkan, and sadly it has not been a better performance, although a good buffer there. Hades now flashing forward, no hesitation. Immediately Balkan going to get the ult and kick off. The Galio will be there for the follow-up, but no, the Kindred alive and well. Hades, they're going to try to find the shutdown. They do get it. FBI grabs it as well. Now the Kindred is unlocked in the fight, but Bolu simply does too much damage. Ryoma with the consistent DPS trying to get it out, but Ruin is there to body block. Now the ulti will miss, and Rogue is going to try to find the follow-up. Mimic instantly into the backside of the fight, wants to find those vitals. Stun does connect, with Mimic with good reaction time is going to be able to back off. Unbreakable buys a little bit of time. Ruin now potentially next on the list. Retreats to the Sun Disc, zoned off. Now they want to continue the exchange. Ruin running for his life. Will manage to make it out in the end, but that was a positive fight for the Bombers.
Certainly is, and they're still looking for Ruin here. No ward going to be dropped over the wall, although Mimic kind of knows where he is.
For the stun, wants to extend it, and he is going to be able to grab the chill. That's the ace! And Spawn, I didn't think there was any way out, but a beautifully played team fight. Shutting down Hades just turns this back in the Kindred ult. Doesn't matter, and defensive Kindred ult always feels so, when you're using it aggressively.
Start up the Baron.
Definitely have the DPS to do this, but Vision is there. It's been spotted out. Talia Wall zoning them out. Is not going to stop them from doing anything else. FBI going to try to steal. Now Ryoma has to flash into safety. Needs to retreat. Whirling Death going to do a lot of upfront damage there. FBI here in the midst of the fight. Mimic there on the backside. Desperately wants to get it back. Does get the parry off and now dashes out to safety. The taunt is there to find the disengage. FBI leaps into the backside. Balcon's still alive. That's the support taking down, but FBI is in trouble. Draven just cuts through him in an instant. And Balcon now running for his life. Fenerbahce pushing that gold lead through. The Draven still online, still alive, but no, there's the damage coming in. It is not enough. Kira able to use the ultimate, able to buy time. It is all on Mimic now. Can he save the day for the team? The parry comes out, he manages to find one. Ryoma's here as well, and Bombers turn it back, but Bolulu wants to get it. The taunt is there as well. It is an absolute bloodbath, but Bolulu wants to. The rookie of the split for the TCL turns the fight.
And these team fights are insane, back and forward after Baron is taken. Become more meaningful, and it's not really the kills, it's the objectives. You know, got to check out the turret. Two behind, though this time Kirei face check.
Balcon immediately leaps in, is going to use the ultimate to lock him down. Will get knocked up now by the Galio. Where's the follow-up? They're not going to have it. A lot of damage comes in from Ryoma. Hades now killing Balcon. Rogue on the front line, but it might not be enough. FBI to the backside. Pops the GA. Kirei next on the menu. Wants to get the kill. The heal now comes out, but Azir leaps forward and turns the fight. The wall stopping anything else from going down. Unraveled Earth going to grab another one. Kills exchanged back and forth. It is a 3-for-2, however. Bombers losing here. The Sundesk is a huge threat. They're just trying to force them back. Bolulu caught on the opposite side of the wall. Mimic can continue to look for the 1v1, but I don't think Kirei's going to let it happen. So a lot is going to come down to this parry. If he can land it on multiple members, it could turn a fight. Ooh. Quick dash out. Huge damage. How much time is it going to buy? They're going to bring him back. Ryoma not going to be able to sidestep. Still a lot of damage. Bolulu now in a killing spree, moving forward. FBI. It's just barely going to be able to survive. Fenerbahce now bullying their way into the base. They're spending their health. They're spending their cooldowns to break this base wide open.
And look how aggressive the rookie from the TCL is. Just able to generate 100 CS.
Oh, knocked back right into the middle of the team.
Whoa.
FBI now going to be able to free hit. This could be massive. Good all from the Aurelia. Multiple members locked up. The taunt going to come in right as it starts to fade, but it's going to be huge. Ryoma, can he do it? Rogue trying to find the retreat. FBI hitting home on so many members, but Kirei does a lot of damage. 4 strong, but low health bars. It's going to come down to execution. Ryoma, can he get this one? Buying a bit more time. FBI in trouble. Ryoma manages to find one. Needs to pull back. There's no tower to run from. Will sacrifice his life to kill the Azir, but gets the shutdown and may be able to buy a bit more time for the team. Balcon back up. FBI alive. It's a 3v2 if FB want to end the game right here.
Yeah, it's still 20-second death time. Is they going to go for it?
Where's the stun going to go? It's going to be crucial. Gonna get knocked up, looking for Kirei, looking for the 1v1. FBA trying to move across the fight. Uses the Zanya's Hourglass. Balcon needs to find the stunner. He's just going to die. Hades is too big. They take out the jungler, but at what cost? The game
Still 9 seconds on Rogue, gets done.
Rogue coming in, they're just gonna free hit onto this one. Desperately, Balcon wants to get it back, but Fenerbahce are not gonna have it. They are not afraid to play a bloody game, and they are more than happy to go 2-0 up in the group.
And I feel like we said it was a little bit more slow, but it was still 47 kills, I believe, in the end. And this is just two teams that are not taking an inch backwards. In Fongvu versus Fenerbahce, every time a team steps towards them, even when it looks like they should be going for resets, they just say, no, we will take the skill check, we will take the team fight, and we will come out ahead. Balcon, honestly looking confused at his screen, needs to pull himself together for the Bombers lineup, but credit to Fenerbahce. They are a dominant squad.
Hard, I mean, once again, you have to praise.
Fall behind, it can be incredibly difficult to actually deal with Kindred, with Karma, these champions that are going to be able to kind of...
Probably somewhere in that area. The first mark is spawned on that bot side scuttle as well, which is so important for Kindred.
Yeah, it definitely is. You're always going to be going for a level 4, but...
Flash in here from the bottom lane from Issues Gaming. Rogue will land the flay, but he's so low. First blood goes over to the Bombers, but one in return for Issues.
Yeah, Audi just got too close to the tower there and taking that one tower shot, and we're going to find out where he is going to be building. So far, he does just kind of have the laning trifecta, and Balcon spotted here.
3v3 bot has been started. Ignite's going down as well. Concussive blows lands onto Rogue. FBI forced them back. Balcon checking in the front. The arrow doesn't quite connect. Seiya on his way down. FBI, one more auto will get him stunned up. He's locked down for the moment, but the EQ combo comes out from Balkan. Bombers get the first. The Q comes in from Seiya. He gets one. That's another. They almost get Rogue underneath the tower. Seiya's just tanking it up. Has to back out. Couldn't take another shot, but 2 kills to 1 in favor of it. The Bombers here as well. They know that there's really good scaling on the side of Isurus, so they're going to try and make this place. They're going to try and force as Balkan goes in underneath the tower. Flash away from Angelus. Caught up in the Cataclysm. The shutdown comes out, and now it's only slow underneath the tower. He flashes away. FBI low. Lanterned out. Pulled back, and the Bombers execute a clean dive in the bottom lane.
Yeah, very, very well done there by the Bombers. Balkan hits level 6. He heads down the bottom lane. He is spotted out, but there's no way out for Angelus. They get a plate, they get the flash, they get the kill. Audi now going to be looking to get something back on the top side of the map, and Slow may have stayed around too long.
Put in the box, he's not in tower range either, trying to get away, jumps on towards Rogue, but FBI is putting the spears in the back of the Braum, and he will lock him out. Another kill goes across towards the Callista, 3-1-1 now.
Yeah, and the Bombers were able to do that because mid. So Seiya will lose some minions on the roam, and Balkan up here on the top side. I don't believe they know exactly where he is. Audi was spotted, and they're going to look for Kindred.
EQ, Audi flashes away, the Onslaught Shadow comes across, but he doesn't hit the fear, and that means Mimic will have to retreat. Silas on his way up, the Ryoma coming in. There's the teleport as well from Isurus. The jump in with the Cataclysm straight into the Lamb's Respite. Grand Challenge came out as well. It's a Barney in the top lane as Bombers are trying to get these kills, but all of Isurus surviving. Audi the first to fall, and now Bombers need to get out. Mimic down to about 200 HP. Bugax will get him. Balkan and Ryoma running for the wins as Seiya continues to land chain after chain. It's a double. Ryoma jumps the wall, gets out, but Isurus win the fight.
Back-to-back Kindred
In fact, that tower went down in the bottom lane. Bombers will get the first turret. They are about 1,000 gold behind, but it's minuscule differences between these teams right now.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Balkan try to drop this, pretty soon here. It is going to expire, but Ryoma's down to the bot side looking for Slow.
Slow down to half HP. FBI on the chase. There's the first. The killing spree for the Callista. Odo on his way up has the blast cone, but can just jump across the wall. Ryoma unable to survive. FBI now caught between 4 members of Isurus. Gets the double. Takes one out in a 1v4. And Bombers will have to settle for a 2-for-2.
Really well played by FBI to get that additional kill, though, you have to say. Bugak's going to have there's quite a bit of time for Isurus to be able to respond, but at the same time, Seiya's roaming up to the top lane to deal with this Hecarim.
Seiya leaving the lane actually means they'll probably at least get a charge out of it. Onslaught of Shadows used by Mimic to try and get away. Seiya's still on the chase, but even with the Inspire, I'm not sure he can catch up to a Hecarim. It's a very fast pony. The chains come down. Seiya once again shields himself up. The Spirit of Dread not enough to keep Mimic alive, and Seiya will take the kill. Rift Herald was used mid, down to about a 3rd HP on that tower now.
Yeah, Mimic really
past the Fiora, but still gets a kill, even using the ward across the wall just to catch him out. Seiya's going to take a tower in the top lane. It's a 2,000 gold lead for Isurus. Cloud Drake to Cloud Drake. And now we see what Bombers do when the map opens up a little bit more. We talked about it in Pick and Ban. They want to look for picks. They want to look for fights like this as they catch out Slow. Nowhere to go. The Braum is down. And now Bombers turning up towards this top lane. Flash in for Audi. Rogue can't quite find the connection. Looking for that Flay. Trying to pull back the Kindred towards Balkan. Still on the chase. The hook doesn't connect. The Cataclysm will, but Audi can just jump straight out of it. Silas on his way up as well as Ryoma joins the fray, but it's looking pretty unstoppable to me. And even if you try to do it with a couple of players, you've then got Seiya, who is 4-0-2. You've got a 2-1-3 Varus in the form of War Angelus, and you can just make catches like this. FBI goes down, now Rogue having to try and run as Isurus push into the jungle of the Bombers, and Bombers just can't react. It's a double for War Angelus, and Isurus at Gaming are finding the picks that Bombers are looking for.
Yeah, they are completely taking over, and the tough part about it is if you can't answer...
And War Angelus and the rest of Isurus have just rotated up towards this top side. Here's the teleport coming in from the Hecarim. Bugax is still just on cooldown. Bomber's going to take the fight. There's the teleport counter from the Fiora, but Isurus Gaming, Audi caught out from the rest of his team. The Lamb's Respite has to be used. Balkan puts the Cataclysm on the back line, but War Angelus already got one. It's a 1-for-1 trade as both the junglers go down. The hook just about lands onto Bugax, and maybe Bombers have found the fight, but Bugax is able to jump away with that Q, and the rest of Isurus just continuing to kite back. The hook doesn't quite connect. Mimic force low. The piercing arrow comes out as well, but won't quite get the damage in.
Certainly favor Isurus.
At the start of the game, we talked about how much pressure these two teams must be under. Have to remember, Isurus Gaming ran all the way through their playoffs. 3 best-of-5s it took them to win that league, whereas Bombers only had to win one up against Order. They 3-0'd that Isurus maybe showing perhaps a little bit more of that experience under pressure paying off here in this game. The catch happens, the jump in from Balkan onto the backline. They take the shutdown. War Angelus is down, and maybe this is the fight the Bombers need. Saya shut down as well. The Baron is there. They can go straight for Nasher.
Yeah, they've got to start it here. Bugax doesn't even have his TP, so he's going to run straight up. Audi is alive with both his ult and smite, so there is steal potential here.
Here we go, Azael, 6,000 HP left on the Baron, all 5 members of Bombers in the pit. Bugax down towards the bottom lane, taking him to it, but Odi can just jump across the wall, has the flash, has the smite, has the opportunity to make a steal for his team, but he's forced away by Mimic. Baron will fall, that's over to the Bombers, and here come the kills as well. Ryoma jumps across the wall, takes out Odi before he can even press his R key.
What a huge... As long as you have everyone else tracked, he can go forward.
But a 2v1 is what Bombers are trying to do as Falcon comes in. Unstoppable Onslaught used. There's the teleport though. Bugax down to half HP. Parries away. The rest of Bombers on their way. The Fate's Call comes in and Bugax will fall. The hook lands and that's another kill for Bombers. 2 in the side lane. And it looked like it was going to be a 2v2, but Bombers brought in the reinforcement. To react at all. They backed off. They mistimed it. The tower will fall. The inhibitor, you have to think, is short to follow.
I mean, it's a 5v3, right? Can you even step forward and take that fight? If you lose that fight in your base, the game ends. They lost both of their souls.
Controlled out by Isurus. And with Bugax pushing, you have to think they have to answer that.
Yeah, and the 4-man squad here from Isurus, despite the mistakes that they have made in the last couple of minutes, is very, very strong. And Balkan, I think he's not looking at his screen there.
Teleport coming in behind them. He's still got the GA. The Lantern goes down as well. There's the GA popped. FBI trying to come back from the bottom of this fight. Unstoppable Onslaught knocks them back. Odi flashes away. And here go Isurus. The GA popped. FBI pops Rogue in with the base call. War Angelus caught, but he's in the base call now, as are the rest of the Bombers. The hook lands onto War Angelus. Great stuff there from Rogue, and the fight erupts. FBI just ripping through Isurus. It doesn't matter what Bugax does on the side lane when the rest of your team are dead.
They're going to try to go straight up to top lane. They're going to look to actually end the game here, perhaps 30 minutes in. Bombers may have pulled off the miracle team fight.
Incredible comeback here from Bombers. Just the Nexus towers between them and their first international victory. Bugax jumps in. The Lamb's respite's a little bit too late, but Bombers are in a 4v1 situation. They get the kills, they sweep it away, and Bombers will solidify their first win at MSI.
What a game from the Bombers, battling back in what looked like they had been essentially checkmated. They were so far down. They were so far down on the side lane. They were not able to win. Kind of the style that Rune has more been going towards.
It's always been about that side lane. Hecarim will be the lock for Search, and Lightning Rush will just be able to stun up Meliodas underneath that minion wave. Kirei may be looking for a level 3 dive here. The wave is pushed in. It's massive as well. Pala and Big Kora have to defend. The taunt comes out, but all of Fenerbahce just dodge away from it. Japone tanking up the tower. First blood goes down. There's the teleport, and Kirei will fall as well. 1-for-1 trade underneath the tower. The TP comes out. Zeros joins Big Kora down towards this bottom side. Hades does have the flash. Will get knocked back with the devastating charge, but can just down towards the bottom side with such an aggressive duo in the form of the Braum. And Kirei's coming down here once again.
Yeah, he's here again. You know, wants to put on pressure. Pallet way too far up.
He does have flash. Uses Justice Punch. Pops the taunt down as well. Concussive blows will land. There's the stun, and Pallet has nowhere to go. Kirei takes it. And Fenerbahce don't need to play through top. They can play through any lane, it seems. They're going towards bottom lane.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be the case. It looked like Pallet was trying to push in that wave and reset it. Big Koro, I think, was concerned about standard Blade the Rune King Black Cleaver style builds that most people go for.
Will have a lot of damage as the game does progress. Slicing Maelstrom used here by Ruin in the top lane. Unstoppable Onslaught comes out, the flash away from Ruin, but Zero's just on the chase underneath the tower. The Ignite is ticking, and he takes him out in the 1v1. But meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Hades caught out as well. Concussive blows will not proc on Pallet. Japone trying to do what he can, but the Ignite on Big Kora is not going to be enough. Fongvu Buffalo just answering on the map here. The Plasma stack's building up. Winds of War comes in, but Kairi there just in time. He will take down the Galio and answer a kill in that bottom lane.
Yeah, Kirei able to get a kill back there, but they lose the 2v2. So it's been Kirei who has been getting the best of this matchup. He has been having more impact, and now back here down to that bottom lane. We'll see if they can catch Pallet.
No flash on
Don't
Pallet.
even know he's there.
Don't know he's there. The jungle around the corner though. Japone jumps in. Glacial Fissure lands. Here's the taunt. And here comes Meliodas. They're looking for Japone. The teleport in from behind. Zeus will take down the kill. Kairi and Hades with Balula have to run away. Sleepy Trouble Bolt doesn't quite connect. Zeus down to about 300 HP. Flashes over, picks it up, takes the flash, flashes out.
I like it.
Just Zoe things, Azael.
I like
Zoe
it.
things. Felt cute, might flash out later. Ruin here trading into Zeros in the top lane. Kire on his way up as well. The stun lands. Zeros goes in with the unstoppable onslaught. Meliodas with the follow as well. They get the kill. Lamb's Respite comes out. Pallet there with the hero's entrance to try and protect his top laner. Zeros still alive. The shutdown comes out. But Lulu trying to shuffle back all of PvB. Rift out some of the mid lane as one kill goes down in the top. And Fong Vu Buffalo once again.
One more up. Good roams though from Japone and Bolulu to actually trade back a kill, but the fact that they lost mid-turret at the same time for that roam.
A little bit of a beating.
Certainly will, and for Zeros, it's very tough in this sort of a matchup, especially against the Gunblade, because you're going to heal up from those trades over and over and over on the side of the cannon, so you have to be able to have a 100-0 all-in essentially, or you can't actually challenge him.
It's actually really intriguing to see the ebb and flow in that top lane as well, because it started off with Ruin being able to play well, Zeros teleporting away, still staying even on CS. He then started getting solo kills, but then Ruin just does that underneath the tower, and the entire game has swung in favor of the Fenerbahce top laner. Looking for that turret as well. Nor and Meliodas there. Ruin will take it out, stun locks Meliodas, but can't really do too much more. Nor flashing forward with that stolen summoner, and they will take down the top laner from Fenerbahce, but Kire is answering on the other side of the map. This is exactly what you need to do if you're Fenerbahce.
The only reason you stay up there is because Null and Meliodas are roaming up, but he was so low HP, didn't calculate correctly, but now they're on to Rune here.
Slicing Maelstrom used, still has the stopwatch, but Meliodas can just get the chase. There's no one here to save Ruin. He gets a lot of damage down, but it's not enough to take down either Zeros or Meliodas. Kire is
These teams is kind of feeling lost at any time. And one team makes a punch up towards the top side, the other is going to respond on the bottom side. These two junglers are both answering each other's pressure very well. Now they're on to Kire.
Great caught out, has Lamb's Respite, will pop it, but Meliodas just kicks him out of it. Back into Big Koro, who take the kill. Japone now not in the best of shapes as the Sonic Wave connects, nor with a long-range paddle star and another kill for the Lee Sin. Fong Bu Buffalo get two. They get a dragon off the back of it as well.
Yeah, and grabbing that mountain is going to be really nice around 20 minutes here, as the Baron is going to be on the table soon. Kire certainly had the better early minutes of the game, but it has been all about Meliodas in these last 10 minutes or so. 3-0 and 4 now. Has been really, really dominant. You generally have access to that river, so if you can have someone constantly pushing up, controlling that area, then you will be able to have the opportunity. But 1v1 here on the bottom side.
Ruin uses the stopwatch, tries to get his rotation back up, lands the stun on Zeros and just takes him out. If you can win the 1v1 as the cannon from behind, you can totally change the fortunes of the game for your team. Hades caught out by Meliodas, pops the culling, the Sonic Wave gonna connect. Jump in from Big Car into the backline. They kill the Lucian. Nor there as well from the side. Hero's entrance trying to catch on Kire. Japone down to about 200 HP. Kire just about survives with the Lamb's Respite. Big Car maybe oversteps. Kire actually running out of his own ultimate there. Up towards the top side. Balulu's just trying to do what he can. And here comes the cannon teleporting in. The shuffle in. Balulu. Pallet there as well. The taunt lands on Ruin just in time to save Meliodas. And it's a double kill for Fong Bu. A perfect fight from the Vietnamese representatives.
Yeah, and this could be them going over to Baron. You still have Lee Sin. You have your ultimate. He has no Zonias. What are you going to do in that position? And all he does is end up giving up another kill there. It's going to be Fong Bu Buffalo grabbing themselves the Baron. Kire coming over, Bolulu coming over, but Null is able to escape, and now down to the bottom side. Zeros looking for a kill.
Flash away from Kire here as Hades comes in for the chase. Zeros trying to get away with the devastating charge, but doesn't really have any tools at his disposal. Just trying to distract Fenerbahce for as long as possible because the rest of PvB are pushing him in.
That is a good pick, though, to try to slow down this Baron power play, because yes, they will at this point, and Meliodas may actually fancy this fight in the side lane here with Rune.
Black Cleaver, Warrior, Enchant into Ruin. He's sitting on the Hex Tech. Zonya still has the stopwatch, pops the Slicing Maelstrom straight into the stopwatch. The sun comes out, Meliodas with the kick, gonna do a lot of damage. He has a stopwatch of his own, Null on his way, but Meliodas almost falls. Ruin takes the kill, the paddle star will land, Null will take a counter, but in 2v1, Ruin still gets the kill.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade, and you took a Baron buff off him. I think you're gonna be pretty happy with that.
But sometimes you lose a Baron buff in a side lane, and you can see the Baron power play only sitting about 2,300 gold. That's not a monumental advantage to take. Spell gives Null enough for it to be past the threshold, but apart from that, there's really no MR on the side of Fong Bu Buffalo.
I agree. I don't think it's really the item to go for here, but they're looking for Zeros.
Yeah, Zeros just caught out in that bottom lane. Ruin goes in with a Slicing Maelstrom. It may not be the itemized choice that is the most efficient, but it's working out for Ruin in that side lane. PvP answering.
Baron is now on the map in 5 seconds. The next dragon is going to be Infernal, and these are two critical objectives. Infernal so powerful in the late game, and Zeros has no ultimate to escape.
Cone is there for Zeros, but Kire on the chase around the corner. Zeros caught out. The Baron has
They're on
been done by Bungu Buffalo. Now the question is, will Fenerbahce react in time? All 5 members alive in a 4v5 Bungu Buffalo. They got the Baron down to 2,000. They'll smite it, they'll secure it. But Fenerbahce are not going to give this one up without a fight. They want to keep the chase going. They want to keep the fight alive. Balulu jumps across the wall. Nor misses the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Fenerbahce still chasing this one down. Ruin on the flank as well. You can see they can't see where Bungu Buffalo are, but now PVB are on the wrong side of the map. Fenerbahce coming in 5 men strong. The taunt lands for Pallet with the slide back. Kindred dies. Kire out. Lands respite not there. Big Koro jumps onto the back line. The most colossal play from the biggest of Koros as the hero's entrance comes down. They'll kill the Azir. They'll take out Fenerbahce. Ruin has to flash for his life. And PVB somehow come out on top in a 4v5.
Bungu Buffalo team fighting their way out of what looks like a doom position there. It was 4v5 for them. They hide in the bush. They burst down Kyrie. They're actually TPing in. Daros, he has ultimate shortly.
He can take out Japone pretty easily here. Will devastating charge him out. Hades tries to flash away, but the Ignite is ticking. Not quite enough damage to kill the Lucian, but with Baron buff, Bungu Buffalo can just look for the cleanup crew here. Zeros gets the double. Baron buff pushing in. Only Ruin and Kyrie left alive for Fenerbahce.
Yeah, they just turned the game on its head. Zeros may go down here to Ruin. We'll see if they can take him out, but they can't. And now they have cracked the base. They're knocking down this inhibitor. Their top inhibitor tower is under siege as well. Fenerbahce losing so much off of that fight.
An incredibly courageous call from PVB.
Delivery system for Pallet. So this bot lane from Bungu turns the game on its head. That was incredible.
Ruin trading here onto Zeros in this top lane, but Zeros wins out on those ones now. Ruin, nothing he can do. The rest of Bungu Buffalo down towards this bottom side. Noel pushing in mid, waiting for those Baron minions to come in. Fenerbahce going to take the fight down towards bot lane. Meliodas in the GA. Pallet and Biko running away. Noel on his way down as well, maybe trying to save his jungler, but they can't do it quite yet. Fenerbahce do find a kill, but they have to answer the waves. They're pushing in mid and in top lane. The sleep lands onto Japone. Top comes out, but you don't even need assistance if you're Zoe at this point in the game. Lands another long-range paddle star onto Kire, and the rest of Bungu Buffalo just looking for this final inhibitor.
Yeah, and if they get this triple inhib, it feels like it's almost completely doomed here for Fenerbahce, and they are closing in on the end of this game. Kire may just go down.
Bungu Buffalo, the home team, looking for a clean 3-0 in the first round robin, looking to solidify themselves as the new Vietnamese representatives. This is the region that made Gigabyte Marines. This is the region that makes teams that challenge the best. And Bungu Buffalo showing us they are looking for that team liquid best of 5. Here comes Ruin, immediately into the sleep. Big Koro trying to get away, has the GA just dodging around as much as he can. The Lamb's best fight used. There's the hero's entrance as well, and they might just turn it around. Big Koro still alive somehow, once again stepping up, and Bungu Buffalo are just wiping away Fenerbahce.
They're so low though,
and Fenerbahce might be able to turn this one around. They get the shut down. The chase continues as Ruin almost gets the final kill. Pallet got the blast cone out, but you have to think Ruin will take him out. It's a triple. Zeros staying around maybe a little bit too long here. The devastating charge is gonna run out. Melodious has the flank position, but Japone looking for that Winter's Bite. Ruin in with the lightning rush. Japone has the flank. Zeros trying to get away with the E. Just needs one auto attack from Japone, and there it goes. Zeros going to be stunned up. Will be a delayed quadra for Ruin. The shutdown comes out. Maybe even a penta here is Melodious.
doing?
He just stayed around way too long. The Glacial Fissure hits. The Slicing Maelstrom's back up. And it's a delayed penta kill for Ruin from Fenerbahce.
Meliodas just ran it. Wait, and then once the minions are pushed in, you start the Baron. And if they come to you, you back off and you let those minions push. But they are starting it up. They have been spotted. Can Kire do anything about this?
No teleport on Ruin. He can't join this fight. Kire unable to get towards the Baron. Big Koro secures that for Bungu Buffalo. Zeros trading with Ruin down towards the bottom lane. Kire goes into Lamb's Respite. Hades having to flash away as well. Balulu there. They will get the kill on Zeros, but Big Koro kills Kire. Hades falls, and it's Fenerbahce in a 3v4 trying to defend their base. Inhibitors have respawned in mid and top. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble only lands on towards Japone. And Nor getting chased in here. The hero's entrance, Balulu shuffles in, but Melodious has the kick and will kick back Japone. Balulu down towards the bottom side, needs to survive. It's a 2v4. Here comes Ruin. What can you do? No Slicing Maelstrom to save you this time. It's another for Big Koro. Shuts down the Azir and shuts down all hope. Fenerbahce have a winning this game, you have to feel. Ruin flashes forward, but doesn't have the ult, doesn't have a chance in hell to survive. And Bungu Buffalo finally will take the Nexus towers, will take the Nexus, and will take a 3-0 in the first round robin.
And what a slugfest it was between Fenerbahce and Fengbu Buffalo, back and forth, time and time again. Alternate teams taking the lead, but it was Fengbu Buffalo who were more coordinated on the day, who had better team fighting down the stretch. They were the ones getting the Barons, taking the objectives, and really did a great job to close out this game.
That was a fun game.
That being said, Rise here as the flex. This could be Rise mid or top. Rise into MSI because those are the #1 seeds. You know, it's not the #3 seeds that are, you know, at Worlds, but they're going for an engage.
Straight away onto the Tom Kench. No way for Bo to get out. First blood goes over to Fengbu Buffalo, and they didn't even have to burn that many summoners.
Into the cannon, if you can actually hit your chain. Lee Sin does have the ability to clean that up, so it's always something you're going to have to be worried about. And they're already looking early towards Ryoma. Balkan is here, though.
Looking for that EQ combo. Meliodas flashes forward. Ryoma ticking away, but he's not quite going to fall. Balkan just needs a couple more auto attacks. One more is enough, and the Lee Sin falls. Bombers were having flashbacks to game 1 where Meliodas got that first blood in the mid lane.
Yeah, Balkan read that so well. He was waiting in the side brush knowing that Lee Sin could be coming, and now he's going to be looking for a gank of his own. Remember, Null has no flash.
No flash on Null after that level 1. Balkan coming in with the knock-up. No way for Null to escape, looking for the lockdown onto Balkan, but can't quite get it. Ryoma with the chase, just needs a couple more auto attacks here. One more will be enough, and Bombers are 2-1 up 3 minutes in.
That is massive for the Bombers. Talk about a confidence boost as you're really for the rest of the time.
In such a good position if Bombers can get it. We talked about those small advantages, you know, just chip away. That's exactly what they're doing. Top side of the map seems to belong to PvB, though.
On to Big Koro has been great. FBI has just been a monster this game.
Incredibly well this whole tournament as well. Just remember the glitter. The knockup's going to land here onto Zealous. He still has the flash. Trying to trade back in. The Kingslay will heal him up just enough. Won't be able to get in range of the wall to flash across. And as you say, Azael, they got him in the top lane.
I mean, Balkan was even holding on to the ultimate pressure on this bottom lane. Not really expecting, I think, to get a kill unless Rogue severely mismanages that. But still going to be happy about their decision.
Whole team's happy at the moment. Slicing Mouse coming out from Mimic, but Zeus will just answer it. Balkan on his way up here again. Zeus does have the flash. The knockup's going to land, but Zeus trying to trade back with the chain lash. Caught in the Cataclysm. Zeus will not flash away. And it's another kill in the top lane for Bombers. They're 4-1 up.
But they're in a position where they can force around Dragon, so you want to kind of roll for the next one, see what you'll get.
I think this is like the limit of Ocean Drakes. This is where you say...
it's #3.
30, well, if you're Bombers, you're like, okay, we'll take 2. At 30 minutes, I'll take another Ocean
Well, you'll take 3 anyway, because that's what you get.
Just get all the dragons you can. Get basically Warmog's regeneration through the Triple Ocean.
And one of the fun things I always like to kind of watch when you do see a game like this is like, would you rather have 3 Infernals? Yes.
Oh. Pala engages there. It's just too much. The quickness came out, and Rogue wasn't able to devour his AD carry in time. Ryoma's on his way down, though. Pala eaten up. Going to be spat out straight into the waiting arms of the LeBlanc. Feather Storm from Big Koro. Ignited. The stopwatch in time, and Ryoma will get a double. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Mimic's winning the 1v1, and Balkan is here to party. Cataclysm comes down, but any dunk you can do, Balkan can do better. The shutdown will come out as the Realm Warp used by Null here. Mimic trying to dodge around as much as he can, but Melodious is there in the right place at the right time. 2 kills for Null.
Dunks on dunks on dunks. That was awesome, and FBI get it.
Balkan's done a very good job of securing these neutral objectives so far in this game. Double Ocean, Rift Herald used as well. And it's pretty good stuff all around from the Bombers. Mimic trading into Zeus here. The Slicing Mouse comes out. It's answered with one of his own, and Mimic now forced away with the chain lash. Zeus on the chase. The 1v1 just won by the Silas here. Will get stunned up and misses the final change lash. Can't quite get the absconded. Here comes Tom Kench. Rogue there with FBI, and Zeus trying to get underneath the tower, but can't do too much. FBI gets the kill, and that's the power of Tom Kench with rotations.
Yeah, that Abyssal Voyage so big there to come through, and Mimic Beastral already on 2 items plus the Vamp Scepter, so these guys are very well online. The Bombers should be able to win a team fight at this point in the game.
Mimic and Balkan, they were spotted going into this bush. The quickness comes out. There's a Slicing Maelstrom as well. Cataclysm stolen away. Here comes Rogue, but it's all by himself. There's no one there to help him. Pallet will fall. It's a 1-for-1 trade as Mimic tries to get away. Zeros there with a chase and the chain lash. That's enough. Heterocide Burst will get the kill. FBI on his way down. Does have a lot of damage. Suppression comes out onto Big Koro, and it's an answering kill there. 3-for-1 so far in favor of Fengbu Buffalo. But Bombers don't really have a way to react anymore.
Yeah, they do get that second kill in his belly when he came down with the Abyssal Voyage, but it was just him, so it was still going to be them down a man after their first one had gone down. Mimic and Balkan were down in that area, but it was PvP. It did, pick up both Pallet and Big Koro thanks to a nice snipe at the end from FBI.
Rogue kicked into the middle of the team there by Meliodas. FBI jumps out. Rogue using the thick skin, trying to survive, but he can't do it. It's a 4v3. The rest of Bombers here to react now. Mimic does have the flash, doesn't have the slicing Maelstrom though, so won't really be looking for too much of a flank. Trades onto Nor there. Hextech Gunblade used, but Nor just has the shield from those rune charges. And the rest of Bombers will just looking for them to clear out these control wards. We'll keep our eyes on that vision from the Bombers. They continue to set up around this Nasher, but Nor down towards the bottom lane, pushing into Mimic pretty easily. Zeros caught out a little bit, but Volcan charmed up, pops the Cataclysm into the stopwatch. The redemption comes out as well. It's a 3v4 in favor of Fongbu right now. Volcan actually spat out. FBI almost goes down, survives for such a long time. Big Koro jumped in, he'll get one, but he'll be taken out as well. And now Zeros has caught in 4 members of the Bombers. Stunned up, nowhere for him to go. It's a double for Mimic, and the Bombers find a massive team fight in the river.
Yeah, and that was huge fight from Rogue, buying so much time. Balkan into the stopwatch, gets devoured up by the Tom Kench, saving him, and then they try to commit ward on FBI, and this may be a bit much. I don't know that they have the actual damage to do this. Meliodas is around, and
there's no vision for Bombers across that wall either. Ryoma's going to try and take out Meliodas to ignite the chain. If that chain had procced, it would have been enough.
Yeah, but Null is right there, and he knows he's going to need to kind of back off, but here comes Balkan.
Balkan misses the EQ combo. Null dodging for his life. The teleport coming in as well, but there's the slicing Maelstrom, and Null down to half HP already. He's stun locked. No way for him to get out. The shutdown comes out, and now Bombers just going to start it up once again. FBI does it, but the rest of the team says no. They back away.
Very little cost because you have that regen to constantly heal back up afterwards. You also have the ability to straight turn and burn it down.
Big thing for them is, of course, Mimic once again still undefeated in this group, of course, looking to make their scoreline 4-0. Bombers fighting for their lives in the tournament. They have to win this if they're going to stay in. Pallet jumps forward, great devour there from Rogue. Redemption comes out, Falcon's going to lock them all underneath the tower with the Cataclysm, and Pallet falls, and Bongbu Buffalo went in, but maybe they were a little bit too greedy. Big Koro pulls the Featherstorm back, the slicing Maelstrom, the 3-man stun. Bombers explode all over Bongbu Buffalo. They take down 2, and they only lose their mid laner, but the re-engage from Zeros. FBI is down, and Bombers can't do much about it. Bongbu Buffalo find the fight they need. They take down 3 members of the Bombers, and now they can push down mid to continue this gold lead.
Walks in full health, level 16, and he crushes through the fight. Balkan is out on the map. If he gets caught, that's going to be Baron.
Yeah.
And he is now spotted out. I think Balkan is going to be dead here.
EQ's across, the Zeros is waiting for him.
That might be the mistake that cost the Bombers the game here. This fight in the mid lane. Your jungler is now down.
Can you do it? Zeros has the teleport to join his team if he needs to. There it goes, in towards the river bush. Bongbu Buffalo still on the Baron. Bombers in darkness, 8,000 HP. There's the quickness, Pallet taken low, but Zeros is on the back line. Rogue gobbles up FBI, trying to get him out. He'll be kicked away. Rogue actually saved for the moment. Ryoma jumping forward. They take down only the support. Only the Tom Catch has gone down, and FBI is still raining it down damage. Ryoma and FBI teaming up to take down the key carries, and FBI is on the chase, jumping forward.
Ryoma still has his flash. He's looking for more. Can they chase him down?
Ryoma looking for Big Koro here. Doesn't know if the Featherstorm's down. Double distortion gets the Featherstorm out. Flashes away from it. Pallet falls. Meliodas is there trying to clean up, but Ryoma, not the one underneath the tower. He's the other one as Meliodas shut down. The Bombers in a 4v5, fighting for their tournament lives.
Are you kidding me? These guys just had the fight of their lives. That was absolutely incredible. FBI and Ryoma just working so well. Coordinated
now, getting their 4th dragon of the game in this Mountain Drake, and they have the ability to push up for 2 more minutes with this Baron power play.
Yeah, that was honestly so impressive. And now the question is, can you close out? Because we did.
Morello has the proto bout now. Inhibitor line is going to be broken. Bombers will take the first inhib of the game, the first inhib of the tournament. Oh no.
They have a lot of the pieces that they would need to try to close this one out. Oh.
Meliodas jumps in, kick back onto Rogue with the Devour already on the Ezreal. FBI is going to try and get out of this one as Redemption comes out. The Charm, the lockdown, double Cataclysm. It's a fight in the jungle and perhaps a fight for Fongbu's lives. Slicing Maelstrom's going to rip it through the backline. Double stun lands. Ryoma takes down Zeros and now he can continue to jump forward. The true shot barrage from FBI. The triple kill for Ryoma. He's looking for the Quadra. Big Koro forced underneath this tower, but Bombers could just end the game here and now. Big Koro goes golden. That's the only gold medal you're getting this game, my man. Ryoma gets the Quadra kill, and Bombers are going to take down the undefeated Fongbu Buffalo. Bombers are going to keep themselves alive in this tournament, and Bombers are going to show us why everyone in Oceania hyped them up just so much.
They have blown this group wide open. It is now anyone's to take. Fongbu Buffalo knocked down here against the OPL representatives, and they have now well and truly arrived here to MSI. Ryoma, he just hard carried that block on the Renekton. So Renekton at least, you talk about a good jungle diver. Yeah. This is certainly
just a little bit here to get some vision on Isurus Gaming.
Yeah, they do have to be a bit careful though. You know, this is a Galio, he's going in.
Japone on the wrong side, taunted up, unable to get out of here. And First Blood's going to go across towards Isurus. You said they had to be careful, they were not. And Isurus get First Blood.
Japone was trying to run towards the Raptors to get out of the taunt, but
when you are in that red bar zone, Kirei looking for the cocoon here, out of vision. Seiya staying on the right side of the minions. It makes it a lot harder for that cocoon to hit. There is the flawless duet. Kirei coming in, force him out. There's the Predator, and the stun lands. Good stuff from Fenerbahce. You talked about being able to tower dive, where you just get between the towers as Fenerbahce get a
in that
kill.
regard, hey, you're going to be feeling very good. And Lulu with a really nice trade. Seiya going back in puts himself in kind of a pretty dangerous spot because your health is low enough that you could get dove. They're going bot lane though.
Down towards the bottom side. The lockup on Japone is perfect. Hades though will get a counter kill. It actually goes across towards Japone. Hades underneath the turret here, forcing away Isurus Gaming. Well, Angelus and Ori can't really do too much about this. The cocoon's going to land in the mid lane. Seiya lands the flawless duet though, and Kirei taken out by Seiya. Return kill for Balulu, and he'll get some plates in the mid lane, so he's actually pretty happy with that trade.
Yeah, good trade from Seiya. You know, he played that very Renekton one tricks going more heavily into AD.
Spear of Sojourn is something
Spear of Sojourn is great as well.
Now 3 players around that mid lane. Heroes entrance though coming out from Isurus. Seiya still alive, isn't stunned up with the concussive blows, lands the flawless duet's gonna jump back in. There's one. Odi landed the onslaught of shadows. Kirei forced away, looking for those stun procs from the Braum passive, but they can't quite get it. The repel up, back down to his doom. The spider is stomped, and Isurus Gaming get 2 in the mid lane.
Japone just needed to auto Adi.
Yep.
He was sitting. You are ahead as far as the itemization goes. I certainly think it is winnable. I think that the Rise can just kind of pressure and try to avoid taking it all in fight, but they're going to go for a kill now.
Predator comes in, the flash forward from Balulu. They get the kill. Odi here, but really no damage done yet to the Fenerbahce. Jungle and mid. He needs to get away. Doesn't have flash. Onslaught of Shadows was already used. There's a true shot barrage. He's going to escape for the moment.
A lot of items under her belt. It can get harder for the Rise to actually, you know, win a long fight there. But we will see, you know, where he decides to go. The fact that he's itemizing more for the Renekton will make it easier for the Rise.
Big trade here from Angelus. They're just going to get the 2v2 kill. Kirei's going to land the cocoon, but it's only onto the Galio. Slow lands the Winds of War. Kirei forced away. Angelus getting some damage down with that piercing arrow. Repel comes up. The taunt double flash in. Going for it. Kirei so low. The Winds of War not quite enough. Slow locked up underneath that minion wave, but for the moment is okay. Odi coming in towards the top lane now as Rune tries to get away, but the devastating charge will knock him back. He doesn't have the mana to survive. Had flash, but didn't think he could get out. Perfect execution from the Akali and from Isurus in the top lane.
Yeah, really nice. There you go.
Great minds think alike. Of course, fools seldom differ as well, so don't take it as too much of a compliment, but there is the Cloud Drake going across towards Isurus. 30 minutes in there.
A lot of gold in the pocket of Balulu there. Does pick up the 450, gets the local gold, plus the first turret bonus, and they're going to Hades.
Yeah, Hades just chunked out. The Onslaught of Shadows across the wall as well, as Hades will get taken out with the Rampage. Odi on the chase here. They can continue to push onto Japone because he's really got nowhere to go. Flashes the wall, will escape for the moment. And meanwhile, the rest shouldn't be long for Summoner's Rift. Well, Angelus can take that by himself. Isurus coming up here as Kirei gets face checked in by Seiya. There's the flawless duet. They land the knockup. Repel still available for the Elise. Odi on his way up, but the taunt lands just in time. Seiya chunked out Balulu, trying to get onto the back line, but the Lots of damage coming out from the rest of the team. Balulu caught up with that flawless duet. Sayer doesn't really want to jump back in, but the double taunt's going to be enough. However, Balulu turns it back around with a Color Meek. Can't quite get the final shot on towards Slow. Ends up being a 3-for-1 trade in favor of our LATAM representative.
Yeah.
Tower's still half HP. That's good stuff from Sayer.
I'm honestly really impressed with Sayer this game. Like, he got counterpicked. He's getting non-stop attacked, and he has survived it very well. They're going to go forward onto Sayer. They don't see any other way out, but 4 members coming down.
Chain of Corruption doesn't quite connect, but Lulu jumps on towards Sayer, has a lot of damage coming out, but the Justice Punch will lock him up, and the taunt is there as well. Sayer takes down Balulu, and this early game from Fenerbahce has fallen apart. 17 minutes in, Isrus well in control. Ruin even getting chased out here by Bugax in the top lane. Ruin on his signature Rise pick is losing the 1v1. True Shot Barge comes out, but Bugax with the perfect execution will take the kill. He's 2-0 up in this lane.
It is 13 to 6.
If Isrus want to take it, but at the moment they just seem to be controlling vision, trying to get some deep wards in.
And they're looking for Balulu. This is
greedy.
Far.
Yeah, Odi there's the hero's entrance as well. Sayer coming in, the stun will land with that cocoon, the teleport used. Slow, great taunts. There's the Vanguard's edge as well as lots of damage coming out from Sayer. He jumps around the back of the fight. Odi coming back in. Sayer's still alive. At least trying to take him down. Kire, double taunt comes out though. And this is a great fight. Bugax with the double execute. Using his ultimate to perfect effect. Keeps chasing into Japone here. It's a triple for Bugax. And 17 kills to 7 up. Isrus are looking for the inhibitor.
Yeah, this is inhibitor now on the Akali. Fenerbahce are getting blasted in this game. The inhibitor is going to fall. It's the bottom inhib. As Baron is spawning, that is setting you up for success.
Everyone piles in.
Yeah, and that deep TP from the Akali really was the difference maker. They have. He is going to be so damn strong on this.
Got Morello's finished now as well. Ruin, it's no way that you can deal with him in a pure 1v1. Ruin has the Realm Orb. He's going to try and get away with it. Dodges away, but out of it with the perfect execution. Stun. Bugax is able to keep him around. Slow there with the taunt as well. Forces him back. And it's purely Bugax all the time. 6-0-0. 2 items complete on the Akali.
And have the double TP for that advantage as well. Oh, nice repel from Kire.
But here comes Odi, Onslaught showers into the backline. Japone there with the Glacial Fissure. Here's the hero's entrance though, and they just sweep them away. They are but dust under the feet of Isrus Gaming. A double for Sayer, looking for a little bit more as they dive underneath the tower. Odi will get the 3rd. The 4th will not quite go down as Hades escapes back towards his base, but Slow says, oh no you don't, my friend. I will chase you to the end of Summoner's Rift to take down the kill. Ruin has respawned, but there's not really much he can do. He doesn't even have the damage. Teleport behind him onto a super minion as Isrus Gaming look for the end.
Yeah, they're going to push it up.
Push forward. You have a massive gold lead. They can't answer you. Get that deep vision in. Go for the objectives and just starve Fenerbahce out of this game.
I mean, the way I kind of always like to look at it is what are your % chance to win the game now and look for something better?
Hades is dead. It's looking a lot better in terms of percentages right now. Getting up to probably about 95% in favor of Isrus Gaming. With super minions pushing in that bottom lane, there's really nothing Fenerbahce can do.
They don't even need Baron, right? You could potentially just end the game, you know, walking it straight up. They are going to at least take down a second inhibitor. I think Baron is the safer play. You know, why take the risk? And so, you know, it's always kind of looking at what is your current state in the game and what can you do to make that better.
Sneaky beaky Chain of Corruption's going to land here. Kire torn it up.
Gone.
That is the jungler down, and immediately Isrus Gaming turn their eyes towards that Nasher. They can just take it pretty easily. No real response available.
You're depending on mistakes now as Fenerbahce, right? You know, if you have no reasonable way to win this game anymore, you're hoping that your opponents make a massive series of mistakes. Opponent gonna check, but the Baron is Baron buff in 3 lanes, right? They're really kind of testing the wave clear here from Fenerbahce. It's very difficult to answer on all sides. They have 4 members top, so Hecarim's pushing in mid.
Slow there, 3-man taunt. There's the Vanguard's edge as well. Sayer's gonna dive in. Odi jumps in. Ruin fighting off towards Bugax on the bottom side. Ruin actually winning the fight. Bugax is forced away, but on the top side, it's all Isrus all the time. Only Hades left alive. A 1-for-3 exchange in favor of Isrus. However, Hades answers with a kill of his own. He shuts down Odi. Still, 1 inhibitor down. Bottom lane has respawned. Inhibitor tower falls in the top lane, but Ruin is on his way up. Slow pressing forward. Flashes can't quite get it. And now Isrus may be forced back just a little bit because Ruin does have a lot of damage. They will take the inhibitor. They didn't get
the last inhib, walk around as 5 members. I think it's all there.
Chain of Corruption straight onto Ruin. He's stunned up. He's done. He's unstoppable. It's Sayer. This is Isurus Gaming just cleaning up the fight in the base. There's nothing Fenerbahce can do. Press your buttons all you like. Isurus Gaming are here to party. They shut them down. They catch out Fenerbahce. And this is an incredible performance from our Latin American representatives. Isurus Gaming show us you can never count them out. They still have a shot at qualifying for knockouts.
Back-to-back upsets in Group A. Isurus and Bombers have been counted out by almost everyone, and now Fenerbahce 2-2 tied with the Bombers. Both those teams just one game behind Fengbu, and behind them 1-3 now for Isurus. They still have a shot here. They still have games to give, and what an